Mark Kortz. We're here at the Classic Bass Championship up in Pokegama. Ended up fourth, and it was a grind of a day. If you would have told me after practice how this would have ended up, I would have just kind of shook my head. I truly believe that it was going to take a lot more weight to win today. Practice was good. We had high skies every day. We didn't have the wind to deal with. Yesterday we had this similar wind condition, and I struggled a little bit, and I knew it was going to be a grind type of a day, but I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it was. Can't say enough about the tourism. I mean, they have treated us awesome up here. Everybody out on the lake is friendly. It's just fun to come to bodies of water where people appreciate us coming, communities that appreciate us coming. The golf club here did a great job with lunch and breakfast for us this morning. You know, this morning I junk fished. I did not plan on it. My starting spot, actually, I pulled up and Austin was there, and I spun out of there and went and found another spot to go start on, and I didn't catch him right away. I was targeting smallmouth with a drop shot. So then I kind of scrambled around and I did a couple different things. I caught fish on a drop shot. I caught fish skipping docks. I did multiple different things. And I felt really confident going into that second period that I was going to catch them pretty good. I had located a big school of fish. Wasn't sure, you know, how big it was because I didn't stick around them too long. But I had caught multiple fish and had multiple bites in this area. I pulled in there this afternoon, and I was actually flipping up in there, 20-pound, 100% fluorocarbon, and I caught 4 pretty quick. And I thought, okay, we've got them located, we're gonna get it. But when I pulled in there, I noticed that there was a lot of fish on the outside of the weed edge. And what I was fishing is just coontail, some cabbage up there, but it was mainly coontail. And all of a sudden they shut off. Well, I ended up going out to the outer edge of the weed line and drop shot, and then proceeded to catch them pretty good. So my key today, 7-foot medium light. We've got the new Rio Rocket spinning reel. I love it for drop shot and things like that. It's just really quick retrieval. I was using a little bit heavier weight, just trying to keep it real vertical. I was using a 3/8 ounce weight up to a VMC Nico hook. That hook is ultra sharp. But the 2 baits I was using, one is a brand new bait from Berkley, not even in the stores. It's the new Max scent. It's a power bait with 45 times the scent. And I'll tell you what, it makes a huge difference. The other bait I was using was the RoboWorm. And literally all I was doing, I was sitting in 12 foot. And if you would have told me, I had the hydro wave going, but if you would have told me that I could have sat in 12 foot in this clear lake and literally vertically drop shotted, I would have just said you're crazy. And so I had the hydro wave going, and I think that's really what brought those fish right to that weed edge. I literally sat there and caught, I don't know how many fish right under the trolling motor, and that was definitely the key. You know, I had that hydro wave on feeding frenzy, and those fish just related. You'd have to fight through the bluegills, just da-da-da-da-da-da, and all of a sudden you get a dunk, and your line would start moving off, and you were able to set the hook. But one of the key factors throughout the morning, or this afternoon, I broke off a fish and had to take my penalty, and it wasn't probably 15 minutes later, and all of a sudden I got a thump and I set the hook, and it was that same fish. My drop shot still hanging out of that fish's mouth, the 3/8 ounce weight, everything that I had just lost was hanging out of that fish's mouth. I didn't get my penalty minutes back, which I should have because I didn't litter. But no, what an awesome day. Thanks to Scott and Nancy. This was something that was truly needed in our bass fishing industry up in the Midwest, is to have the opportunity to fish a high dollar tournament. Boat was the prize. Congratulations to Andy Walls and the rest of the field, but just an amazing field of anglers. I mean, when you talk about the guys I was fishing against, we had FLW Tour anglers, you know, we had elite anglers, we had some of the best anglers by far in Minnesota, and to have the opportunity to fish against these guys was just an absolute blast. So thanks Scott and Nancy for stepping up to the plate and giving us a field to fish.